Post office line bends down the block, boots tapping time on frozen stone. Gloves half off, a laugh behind. Someone misread the zip code. Ink stains bloom across my thumb. The pen skips once, then finds its way. Names feel heavier in winter, like they mean more when sent this way. A kid drops stamps, they scatter wide. Redcoats lean down to help him out. Someone hums a tune off key. No one minds, no one counts. The bass walks bright, a playful stride. The piano hops, then lands just right. This song doesn't linger or wait. It moves like breath in open light. These winter letters travel warm across the cold, across the miles. Folded hopes and borrowed words, corners softened by our hands. Not everything needs saying twice. Not every thought needs to be new. Some things only want a page and a way to make it through. Outside, the bells announce the hour. A door swings wide, then shuts again. The rhythm shifts, a sharper turn. The chords lean curious. Then the harmony steps out of line, laughs at itself, then settles back, like realizing halfway through. You don't miss what used to have. These winter letters carry weight, but never bow beneath the load. They hold the small, the everyday, the things we don't say out loud. A question mark, a sideways joke, a memory drawn in crooked lines. Proof that even simple words can cross a season just in time. The piano breaks into a run, quick footsteps racing through the snow. The bass replies with steady feet. A little swing, a little glow. No longing pause, no looking back. This song knows exactly where it stands. It seals itself, then lets it go. Right there between your hands. These winter letters don't ask much. Just open me when you're ready. No promise wrapped in living tide. No ending written heavy. A page, a name, a moment shared before the ink has even dried. Sometimes love just clears its throat and writes it down, and steps aside. The line moves up, my turn is there. I swipe the envelope away. The door swings open, cold rushes in. The tune drifts through the hallway, a voice floats over chairs. Somewhere laughter echoes back through open doors and stairs. A chorus starts, then multiplies from rooms we didn't see. The notes jump like little sparks and fill the space with glee. We follow through the open arch, a step, a spin, a grin. The carol leads us room to room and pulls us softly in. Hands clap along, the rhythm grows, the melody expands. Each voice a thread, the music weaves carols from other hands. Someone hums a harmony, another hits the high. The living room becomes a stage beneath the frosted sky. The kettle sings along the tune, the chairs tap on the floor. The joy spills through the windowsills and drifts out to the door. Carols from another room make the house a single heart. Every laugh a ringing bell, every note a part. The energy loops back again and finds its way to me. Carols from another room are brighter than they seem to be. We join a voice we barely know, then someone nudges near. The song grows wide, it bends, it sways, it holds the ones we hear. No one is late, no one is lost, the music knows its way. It gathers strangers, family too, in a single playful sway. The song winds down, then bursts anew. The notes keep skipping past the stairs, the halls, the empty nooks. The sound refuses last, and when it finally rests for breath, the room is warm and full. Carols from another room have made the evening whole. The ribbon twists around the box, elbows bump and someone sighs. A knot slips loose, then pulls itself as laughter sparkles through the ties. Paper crinkles under fingers, tape refuses every plan. We chase it down, it flips and twirls and lands somewhere we don't understand. A bow takes shape, then falls apart. We argue over whose is best. Someone sneezes, knocks a tag. The rest is chaos, unexpressed. The ribbon loops like tiny rivers through hands that never stay the same. Each twist a little story born, a game that has no other name. Wrapped in red ribbon, spilling out across the table, across the floor. It tangles legs, it curls up loose, and somehow wants to ask for more. We chase the ends, we lift, we pull. A small victory, then it runs. The room is full of tiny sparks of work that's never truly done. A child laughs and grabs a loop, an adult joins, pretends to scold. The ribbon binds no one at all, but dances like it might have hold. The bass of laughter rises higher, the song follows every fall. The ribbon's mischief carries on, and smiles catch the hearts of all. Wrapped in red ribbon, bright and bold, a little chaos spun in thread. Each motion caught, each hand involved, a memory tied without a head. The song moves fast, then slows again, as boxes take their final form. But still a loop escapes somewhere and curls up gently in the storm. Joy is not in being done, it's in the chase, the small mistake, the tug, the pull, the tumble fall, the ribbon bending as we wake. Playful hands, a winter day we'll not forget. Wrapped in red ribbon, spun in light. The tiny tale we haven't closed yet. The town looks flatter from this hill, edges softened, lines redrawn, chimneys kept like unfinished thoughts, waiting for the heat to turn back on. A shovel scrapes 2 houses down, metal ringing sharp and bright. The bass locks in with steady steps, the piano stacks the weight just right. Someone calls from across the way, a question tossed then lightly caught. Laughter breaks then settles back into the work that must be done. The rhythm moves with purpose now, no drifting, no delay. This song keeps time with raised up arms and snow that plans to stay. Snow on the rooftops holding fast like it means to make a point. home looks briefly equal, every angle smooth and joined. Snow on the rooftops, bright and clean, nothing hidden, nothing small. For one clear moment, everything belongs to everyone at all. A ladder shifts against a wall, boots testing every loan. The trumpet cuts a crisp remark, then waits to see how it's done. The harmony stacks a little high, bounces, then holds its ground, like knowing when to lean back in after testing how it sounds. A rooftop gives, then slides a bit, a sudden rush, a shouted name, no harm done, just racing hearts and breath that stings, then fades again. The bass walks firm, the drums stay dry, the song keeps moving, sharp and short. Some days demand attention paid, not poetry, just something pure. Slow on the rooftops, bright as chalk, drawn across the morning air. Every step a measured risk, every laugh a chosen dare. Snow on the rooftops, wait and shine, a balance learned by doing first. Winter shows its honest side at its clearest, not its worst. The bridge breaks open wide, or now a longer phrase, a lifted rung. The piano climbs, then drops back down, like work half finished, almost done. The trumpet leans into the turn, not smooth, but strong and plain. The kind of sound that trusts the ear, more than polish, more than gain. By noon the edges start to slip, drips taking time from every ledge. The song doesn't rush to chase the melt, it stands and watches the change instead. The final chord stacks clean and wide, no need to soften how it lands. Some beauty comes from looking up and knowing why it stands. Snow on the rooftops, soon to slide back into another shape. The town resumes its sharper lines, the day moves on, the moment breaks, but something stays in how it looked before the thaw, before the call. A memory built from lifted eyes and snow that covered it all. I could take the straight road down, be there before the evening falls, but something pulls me off the route, past shuttered shops and empty stalls. The map says turn, I let it wait. I slow the car, I let it roam. Some nights are meant for wandering, especially on the way back home. The radio hums an old refrain, half remembered, slightly worn. The kind of tune that knows your past and where you've been since you were born. I drive past fields asleep in white, past fences leaning into time. Each Each mile feels less like distance now, and more like crossing a thin line. I take the long way home for Christmas. Let the hours drift and bend. Every road holds a memory, every bend a might have been. I'm not late, I'm arriving slowly, letting go of what has grown. I take the long way home for Christmas, so the house feels like a home. The tires hum against the road, a steady, faithful, low reply. The sky hangs wide and patient now, no need to ask the reason why. I pass the school, the old cafe where names once carved the wooden seats. The past doesn't knock or ask to stay, it just walks quietly beside me. A porch light flickers in the dark, somewhere laughter spills out warm. I think of hands I've held before, and winters weathered through the storm. The clock on the dash keeps honest time, but my heart is off its track. Every mile I don't rush through is a moment given back. I take the long way home for Christmas, where the road knows every turn, every lesson, every loss, every bridge that didn't burn. I'm not lost, I'm remembering why this place still feels like home. I take the long way home for Christmas. At last the lights appear ahead, familiar shapes against the night. The roof line low, the windows lit, the door frame leaning just right. I park the car, I sit a moment, let the engine breathe its last. Some journeys aren't about the end, but how gently you arrive at last. The keys feel cold inside my hand, the door swings wide, the air smells known. Voices rise, a name is called, I step inside, no longer alone. The road still hums inside my chest, but now it finally lets me rest. The long way brought me back again to where I'm always welcome best. Bakery door swings open wide, cold follows close, then loses ground. Flour dust floats in afternoon light, laughter beats the oven sound. Aprons crossed from table to till, someone drops a tray, someone cheers. The bass moves thick and buttered slow, the piano hums storms through working gears. Orders shouted, numbers mixed, a joke lands wrong, then lands again. Steam lifts high from open bread, hands move quick, then quick again. This place runs hot without a flame, no fireplace, no velvet chair. The warmth comes from momentum built by people choosing to be there. The warmest room is where voices meet, not where the walls are dressed, where stories bump and overlap and no one's overly impressed. The warmest room is where time bends around a shared delay, where waiting turns to something good before it slips away. A trumpet cuts like morning sun, bright, unpolished, full of grin. The rhythm hops from foot to foot like it might dance if asked to join. Someone hums along offbeat, someone else pretends not to hear. A song leans into imperfection, that's how it stays sincere. The harmony takes a sharper turn, flower heads pause, then start again. A shift change rolls through tired smiles, new jokes pick up where old ones end. The bass walks heavier for a bar, then lightens like a breath let out. Work isn't slow, but somehow feels less serious than the four above. The warmest room doesn't hold you still, it sends you back out changed. You came in cold, you leave in motion, something settled, something rearranged. The warmest room doesn't ask for hush or careful stage respect. It stays alive by letting noise do what it does best. The piano runs quick, then pulls back short like flowers shaken from a sleeve. The trumpet fades into a laugh, you almost miss it when you leave. Outside the cold resumes its job, but something clears beneath the coat. A heat that isn't borrowed or stored, but learned and carried in the throat. The final chord lands barred and played, no echo chasing where it fell. Someone doesn't want poetry, it just wants somewhere else to dwell. Kettle sigh as soft as rising smoke. I'm wrapped inside your heavy winter cloak. The frost is blooming white across the pane, like silver ink or lace inside a frame. The city lights are blinking through the trees, while we are drifting on the winter breeze. The hallway clock is ticking like a heart, a quiet world where we can play our part. It's just a watercolor kind of Christmas Eve, the kind of magic only children can believe. No heavy drums and no demanding song, just the two of us where we belong, wrapped in linen, wrapped in blue, in the quiet, in the true. The cider's breathing apple and the clove, a little heat from the cast iron stove. The ornaments are trembling on the wire, reflecting all the embers of the fire. It's just a watercolor kind of Christmas Eve, the kind of magic only children can believe. No heavy drums and no demanding song, just the two of us where we belong, wrapped in linen, wrapped in blue, in the quiet, in the true. We'll let the stars do all the work tonight, drowning in a soft and milky light. The world can spin a little faster now. We found a secret piece and made of us. It's just a watercolor kind of Christmas Eve, the kind of magic only children can believe. No heavy drums and no demanding song, just the two of us where we belong, wrapped in linen, wrapped in blue, in the true watercolor blue, just me and you. The porcelain is cold against my palm. The house is breathing in the Sunday calm. I'm watching how the dust motes drift and spin, waiting for the morning to begin. The wreaths are heavy on the wooden doors. The pine needles are scattered on the floors. A little bit of magic left behind in the corners of a sleepy winter mind. It's the color of a faded holiday, when the bright and busy colors wash away. Just the charcoal and the cream and winter and the memory of a smile upon your face. We're drifting in the wake of all the glow, in the silence of the falling after snow. The ribbons are all tangled in a heap, while the rest of all the neighborhood's asleep. The tea is getting darker in the pot, grateful for the little that we've got. It's the color of a faded holiday, when the bright and busy colors wash away. Just the charcoal and the cream and winter lace, and the memory of a smile upon your face. We're drifting in the wake of all the glow, in the silence of the falling after snow. There's a beauty in the way the fire dies, in the heavy, happy look behind your eyes. We don't need the glitter or the grand, just the warmth of having someone close at hand. It's the color of a faded holiday, when the bright and busy colors wash away. Just the charcoal and the cream and winter lace, and the memory of a smile upon your face. We're drifting in the wake of all the glow, in the silence of the falling after snow. Falling after snow. Charcoal and cream, the ending of a dream. The clock strikes 12, but no one waits. The streets are empty, but not still. Footsteps press into the frost and find the shapes of their own will. A door swings open far ahead, a lamp flickers, bends its light. The air carries a story paused between the end and coming night. We trace the steps of earlier days, the laughter that we thought was lost. Each memory a careful wave, measured in frost, measured in cost. A hand reaches, then retreats, a word hovers, almost said. The world folds into fragile arcs that cradle everything we've bled. Midnight in December feels like breath caught in a sudden rise, the kind of pause that teaches you where truth begins, where comfort lies. The rhythm moves, but slowly soft, a song built out of knowing glance, a chord that bends without a plan, yet somehow lets the heart advance. A carriage sound that bends the air and colors edges irregular. We walk beneath it, careful still. The night expands, then curves again. Every step, a subtle trace of how we live and what we gain. Midnight in December stays not because it's loud or long. It's held inside the space between what we feel and what is wrong. A pause that lasts just long enough to count the moments we've survived, to find the thread that leads us back to warmth we keep alive, derived. And when the first faint light appears, it's not the end, it's just the turn. We carry midnight in our hands, the lesson in the hours we earn. A small embrace, a silent nod, a memory, a fleeting flame. December holds its quiet weight and means us differ than we keep. The branches bow beneath the cold, still holding fast to summer's green. A path of needles marks the ground where footsteps slow and stay unseen. The bass walks softly through the key, the piano answers low and short, a song that settles where it lands, unhurried, steady and secure. The room smells faintly of the tree, sap and winter intertwined. The trumpet waits, then joins the frame with phrasing smooth and well aligned. The rhythm circles patiently, no need to hurry what feels right. Each note arrives exactly when the evening leans into the night. Under the evergreen we stand, with nothing urgent left to say, the world reduced to breath and sound, and moments passing our own way. Under the evergreen we stay, no wish to wander, none to prove. The song keeps time for hearts at rest and teaches winter how to move. The harmony slips sideways once, a color deepens, then releases. The bass steps out, then folds back in, like memory doing what it pleases. The piano leans into the turn, let silence speak between the lines. Unmeasured pause, a held refrain before the song realizes the dark no longer feels alone. Under the evergreen we stay. While hours loosened and unwind, no need to name what's happening. It's felt, not spoken, understood in time. The melody begins to fade, but leaves its shape inside the room, like pine that lingers on the air. Long after every flame is gone, the final chord resolves its path, not begging for a grand release, just resting where the season lives, in borrowed calm, in borrowed peace. Under the evergreen once more, the song completes its closing bend, not marking where the night will go, just knowing where it doesn't end. The branches bowed beneath the cold, still holding fast to summer's green. A path of needles marks the ground, where footsteps slow and stay unseen. The bass walks softly through the key, the piano answers low and sure, a song that settles where it lands, unhurried, steady and secure. The room smells faintly of the tree, sap and winter intertwined. A trumpet waits, then joins the fray, with phrasing smooth and well-aligned. The rhythm circles patiently, no need to hurry, what feels right. Each note acts exactly when the evening leans into the night. Under the evergreen we stay. There's holly on the table now, placed there without a plan. A sprig from just outside the door, still holding to the land. The red stands out against the wood, the green feels deep and true, like something simple chose to stay and keep an eye on you. tables worn from years of hands, from stories told too long. A chair that wobbles when you lean still knows where it belongs. Plates are stacked, the kettle waits, the clock ticks soft and slow. No rush tonight, no need to fix the pace we've come to know. Holly on the table, no reason, no display, just something brought in from the cold to mark a Christmas day. No ribbon tied, no words explained, it's perfect where it lies. Holly on the table says more than we might try. A coat is draped across the back of someone's usual seat. The room holds warmth from earlier, from voices and from heat. A laugh still lingers in the air, like it forgot to leave. The kind of sound that doesn't ask, the kind you just believe. The window shows the world outside in softer shades than before. The day has eased into the night, the latch rests on the door. We pass the bread, we pour the tea, no speeches, no display, just hands that know exactly when and what they mean to say. Holly on the table, between the cups and plates, a quiet sign that says enough without a list of dates. The simplest things hold steady when the world feels overfull. Holly on the table keeps the moment whole. Later when the room goes still and chairs are pushed back in, the holly stays unchanged, content to witness where we've been. Tomorrow it will dry and fade as living things all do, but tonight it marks a moment held and makes it something true. Holly on the table, long after voices ended, keeps the shape of something real we didn't. There's holly on the table now, placed there without a plan. A sprig from just outside the door, still holding to the land. The red stands out against the wood, the green feels deep and true, like something simple chose to stay and keep an eye on you. The tables worn from years of hands, from stories told too long. A chair that wobbles when you lean still knows where it belongs. Plates are stacked, the kettle waits, the clock ticks soft and slow. No rush tonight, no need to fix the pace we've come to know. Holly on the table, no reason, no display, just something brought in from the cold to mark a Christmas day. No ribbon tied, no words explained, it's perfect where it lies. Holly on the table says more than we might try. A coat is draped past the back of someone's usual seat. The room holds warmth from earlier, from voices and from heat. A laugh still lingers in the air, like it forgot to leave. The kind of sound that doesn't ask, the kind you just believe. The window shows the world outside in softer shades than before. The day has eased into the night. The latch rests on the door. We pass the bread, we pour the tea. No speeches, no display, just hands that know exactly when and what they mean to say. Holly on the table between the cups and plates, a quiet sign that says enough without a list of dates. The simplest things hold steady when the world feels overfull. Holly on the table keeps the moment whole. Later when the room goes still and chairs are pushed back in, the holly stays unchanged, content to witness where we've been. Tomorrow it will dry and fade as living things all do, but tonight it marks a moment held and makes it something true. Holly on the table long after voices ended, keeps the shape of something real we didn't try to mend. A season made of passing things and moments meant to stay. Holly on the table finds its quiet way. We step out slow, the night is clear. The air is sharp but not unkind. Lanterns line the lane ahead, each one a little light to find. Your hand brushes mine, we pause. The glow catches in your eyes. We walk beneath a quiet sky, where every shadow softly lies. The lanterns swing with every gust, their flames a gentle, steady cheer. We count them softly as we pass, each one a marker of the year. The snow beneath our boots is still, the world reduced to light and sound. Each step becomes its own small song, a rhythm only we have found. Lanterns along the lane guide us without a map. Every glow a whispered word, every step a gentle tap. We lean into the evening air and let the moment stay. Lanterns along the lane carry winter all the way. We talk in little bursts of sound, or sometimes not at all. The lights themselves speak in their way and catch us in their thrall. but don't want to return. The path feels endless with a glow, and hearts begin to learn that sometimes simple things like this can linger through the year. Lanterns along the lane keep the memory near. The night is sharp, the sky is clear, the stars hang frozen bright and near. We wander slow, our coats tucked close, the world reduced to only here. Starlight through the frost on panes reflects the quiet in your eyes. The hush of night, the gentle wind, the way the cold can feel alive. Starlight through the frost remains 1,000 points to guide our way. We lean on each other as we walk and let the world just fade away. The distance hums, the moon bends low, the season breeze between our hands. Starlight through the frost tonight is more than we could understand. We stop beneath the tallest tree, its branches bowed with frozen lace. A single star drifts down the sky and lights your face with quiet gray. Starlight through the frost remains 1,000 points to guide our way. We lean on each other as we walk and let the world just fade away. The distance hums, the moon bends low, the season breeze between our hands. Starlight through the frost tonight. The night will end, the dawn will come, but something stays within the air. The warmth, the closeness, and the hush, the magic lingering everywhere. Starlight through the frost remains 1,000 points to guide our way. On each other as we walk and let the world just fade away. The distance hums, the moon bends low, the season breeze between our hands. Starlight through the frost tonight is more than we could understand. You don't notice it at first. It doesn't knock or clear its throat. It takes the chair beside you like it's been there all along. It learns your habits by watching which mug you reach for first, how you tear the paper open like patience has a limit. It shows up holding nothing, no flowers, no dramatic proof. Just remembers how you take your tea and hands it over right on cue. The bass of the song moves steady, no rush, no borrowed shine. This kind of love keeps its balance by staying right on time. Love comes quietly, without a scene. No grand arrival, no in between. It doesn't ask to be believed. It acts like it already is. Love comes quietly, step by step, through ordinary days, well kept by noticing what matters most and doing that instead. It folds the laundry the same way every time without debate. Knows which story makes you laugh and which one lands too late. It listens past the point of interest, stays when the moment thins. Love learns the shape of patience by choosing where it begins. The middle turns a shade deeper, a slight resistance in the air. Not every day cooperates, not every effort feels fair, but this love doesn't take attendance or tally who gave more. It adjusts, recalculates, then keeps heading toward the Love comes quietly, without demand. It doesn't need a guiding hand. It stays when things feel unresolved and finds a way to help them end. Love comes quietly, built to last, not leaning hard on future or past. It lives right where the work gets done and calls that more than enough. Later, much later, you realize it changed the room you're standing in, not by moving walls or light, but by how you move within. It taught your hands a newer ease, your voice a steadier sound. Love doesn't make a claim on you, it makes a place you found. The sun doesn't end with flourish, it finishes how it began. Already there, already working like a well understood plan. The street's not the fastest route, but ours. Footsteps echo soft on frost, a rhythm measured in small hours. Words drift lightly between us, half-finished thoughts float by. The air is sharp, the pace is slow, yet warmth stays tucked inside. We pass the park, the benches bare, memories caught in empty swings. A laugh recalls a summer's day, a promise tethered to small things. The lamppost bends to greet us near, shadows stretch along the walls, but even in their reaching hands, the weight of winter gently falls. The long way home is never straight, it curves through all we've left unsaid. A glance, a smile, a shared silence, a thread that follows where we tread. The rhythm shifts, a subtle step, we fall behind, then move ahead. Each moment grows, then folds again, a story that we never read. The bridge of street that crosses streams reflects the sky, a winter hue. Our hands brush once, then catch again, and every time it feels like new. The pace we keep becomes the song, a song becomes the journey to a path filled out of tender steps that only we could walk and do. Marked by care, by laughter spilled along the ice, by knowing glances, careful touches, by letting small things feel like twice. We take the detours that we need, not lost but finding something grown. The map we call our own. By the lost corner near the door, the day feels heavier than light. The weight released us not complete. The streets still hold the fading light, and in that walk we found enough of story, warmth, and something true. The long way home, though winding still, leaves us with more